Coming up on this week's news, at least 2 and now possibly 3 toll bridges are on the drawing board in the South, all of them along I-10 across 2 states. A 10-month-old smishing scheme gains dangerous new life following a reported distribution of upgraded software kits made for scammers. And could Boston be next on the list for congestion tolling? Hello everyone, I'm Danny Pryor with this week's update of all that's coming down the pike. I-10 has not been beset by tolls unlike other interstates in the East, North, and Midwest, but that could be changing with at least 2 major bridge projects in their final planning stages that will include Interstate 10, one in Mobile, Alabama, the other in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And a possible 3rd toll bridge could be on the table, this one in Baton Rouge. However, all projects are still shoring up funding even as development and environmental permitting moves forward. In Louisiana, a final rebuild plan for a stretch of I-10 through Lake Charles in Calcasieu Parish will include a replacement for the Calcasieu River Bridge, which will become a toll bridge. However, media in the past week reported Louisiana's Governor Jeff Landry has asked Congress to streamline the environmental and permitting processes, as well as make more funding available in order to expedite a critical replacement of that bridge. During testimony before Congress in the past week, Governor Landry said the additional funding could help reduce the toll burden on commercial vehicles, but he also stated he was open to adding tolls to the I-10 Mississippi River Bridge project in Baton Rouge. That is not currently slated for tolling, but could be. Tolling is the plan for the Calcasieu River Bridge in Lake Charles, however, where final designs for that plan's chosen alignment are being completed and the first permitting for the project is expected to begin either later this year or by the start of 2026. Meanwhile, the state of Alabama is attempting to secure additional funding for its new Mobile River Bayway project. Mobile broadcast media reporting that Alabama's Department of Transportation is seeking federal loan money to move that project forward, and that a final development price is being negotiated with contractors now, which could be completed within a matter of months. $500 million in federal grants has been secured, as was announced last summer by Alabama's governor's office. However, the total price tag still requires another $3 billion to cover all construction costs. A toll smishing scheme that has been running since at least March has been given a technical upgrade by the Chinese. That's the reporting in Krebs on Security, an IT security site published by former Washington Post reporter Brian Krebs. Krebs reports Chinese cybercriminal organization known for producing SMS phishing kits began offering a slew of new and upgraded phishing pages designed to look just like operators in the United States. Krebs cites Ford Merrill at Sec Alliance, a cyber threat intelligence company, who says the upgraded spoofing pages were released right after the new year, and that has prompted a surge of new smishing and rounds of new warnings from toll agencies in the U.S. In addition to the new spoof designs, the smishing kits are using improved technology to bypass telecom operators' anti-phishing filters using native app messaging delivery services like Apple's iMessage or Google Android's Rich Communication Service, or RCS as it's known. The FBI has had a special alert page up warning about the smishing scheme since April of 2024. You can report suspected smishing, and we encourage you to do so by visiting www.ic3.gov. In case you missed it, all electronic tolling is coming to the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Yes, the airport, which announced it will stop taking cash payments at parking exit booths on February 1st. The airport will continue to accept credit and debit cards for parking payments, but it's encouraging travelers to either get an NTTA toll tag or use Apple Pay or Google Pay. Again, no more cash to pay for parking at DFW starting February 1st. Could Boston get congestion tolling like Manhattan? The Architect's newspaper reports transportation officials and city and transit planners in Boston are carefully watching the results of New York's new congestion pricing and say it could be a model for Boston. However, such a plan to relieve Beantown's gridlock is not likely to happen anytime soon, according to the AN report. The former head of transportation for Massachusetts, Chris Dempsey, who now runs an urban planning company in Boston, stated he thinks such a plan is about a decade away for Boston. Coming up next week, we take a look at the planned Red River Express project in Shreveport, and we update the status of removing tolls on a bridge in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Until then, drive safely and avoid distracted driving. I'm Danny Pryor reporting for Turnpikes.com, the Turnpike Authority.